Hi friends, welcome back. Welcome to the new situation. Unfortunately, these frames get a lot of reflection, so you get some ring light, some softbox. Doing the best we can. My hair, another level today, just disregard. And once again, I shouldn't be filming. I feel like I say that every time I do a video. I shouldn't be filming because I always choose awful times. Like, I should be working right now. But sometimes you just gotta put yourself first, you know? So that's what we're doing today. So, I mentioned on my Instagram that I have all sorts of stuff in here. But today, we're just gonna try one of these things. And then I think I'm gonna end up posting the haul on my Instagram today. So this is Thursday morning. So I think I'm gonna show the haul on my Instagram stories this morning. And then I will do a full face with all this stuff. But I do wanna try this. So I'm just gonna put this back of all the new goodies. So this, I'm so excited. I've been seeing people post this everywhere and I want to try it. Disregard the puppy sound in the background. I've wanted to try it since I bought it and I've been waiting until this video. So today we are going to be trying the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I have it in the shade 2, which like everybody else that I've been seeing is getting like shade 4 and it's working, and like I got 2 because I'm fair and neutral. It does say to shake well. So I don't know. I'm nervous that it's gonna be too light. I mean, I am fair, so like it probably should be fine. So we're gonna shake well. I feel like I didn't even give a good intro, but this is what we're doing. This is what we're trying today. We're gonna put this all over my face. We're gonna do a wear test. We're gonna see how it does, how it looks, if it sinks into these lines, which is my least favorite thing on the planet. We're gonna see what we think, because everybody else talks about how amazing it is, and I'm excited. So I think what I want to do is on half my face, I'm going to use my sponge. The other half, a lot of people are saying not to use your fingers, and I hate using my fingers for foundation. So I'm not going to be using my fingers, but I think I'm going to use my brush technique with my little blendy brush, if I can find it in there, in this mess of brushes. I think I'm going to do that on this side as more of like a spot technique, and then if I have to even it out, I'll just use a beauty blender later, but just to see what it looks like that way. But let's get started. So I'm trying to look up what the description is on this foundation, because I want to know what they're talking about, like what they think it's going to do. The box says light to medium coverage for all skin tones, blends and blurs to instant perfection, light as air, which I have seen a lot of people saying it feels like there's nothing on their skin. This box is just beautiful. Let me just talk about, like, it's just chic. And then here's the bottle up close. Also beautiful. There we go. So there's the bottle. It's like this really interesting shape. It's like a jewel. Anyways, let's look up what they say online. Details. Flexible skin tint, easy to apply, soft blurred finish. A blurring skin tint that delivers smooth, instantly blurred skin in just a few easy drops in 25 flexible shade options. The blur is real. Rihanna wanted to create a light coverage, easy to apply, flexible skin tint that instantly evens out your complexion and gives a flattering blurred effect. Eaze Drop with hydrating quick blur complex is perfect for a no makeup look or for when you want to look effortlessly put together, and 25 adaptable shade options for all. That's kind of why I feel like it's not gonna matter that much, because it's light to medium, so I feel like it's gonna look okay, even if it's not my perfect shade, which like it still seems like I did a decent job. Instant blurring skin tint in 25 flexible shades, buildable light to medium long wear coverage. We'll test that today. With quick blur complex for a hydrating diffused effect. Smooth texture that layers well with primer and skincare. Applies well with fingers or brush. I don't like fingers. And I've seen people use a sponge, so I am going to try that. First ingredient's water, so it's probably going to soak up a lot of it, but what are you going to do? Humidity, sweat, and transfer resistant. Oh, cute. Shake well and apply a few drops with fingers or the full-bodied foundation brush made to layer with your skincare. No, we're not doing fingers. Great. It does have dimethicone in it, which is how they're gonna make it blur. But people have been raving about this, so I'm really excited. So let's start with our primers. I'm actually using the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas today. I feel like I'm not super dry right now, and I still feel like I have some moisture on my skin from my lotion this morning. So I'm just gonna use this instead of my Too Faced and e.l.f. combo. And then the most important piece to this puzzle, or any puzzle of anything that I ever wear, ever again for the rest of my life, is this. And it's sad because it's so expensive. So when I have to rebuy it or repurchase it, I'm gonna be upset. This is the Auric Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer in the shade Morganite. Just put a little on my hand. And by little, I mean a whole pump. This is if I'm doing it before foundation or concealer. If I do it after, I only do like half a pump as like a highlighty kind of situation. So I just take it on this brush and I kind of plop it on my high points and then blend it all over because it's stunning and I feel like it makes me look beautiful. I do have a few pimples right here in this like center of my bridge. I think it's because I've been wearing my glasses and I need to clean them. Like there's some makeup residue on them, so that's probably just from being dirty. I also have a nice red pimple right here. A few scratches from the dog, just lots of things. The cute little Poopy got his shots yesterday and I wasn't allowed to go in. And it made me very upset. Like he had to get shots and I had to stay outside and just like hope and pray that he was okay. I didn't like that. Makes me sad. Look at how like bright and sunny we look. And by sunny I mean faux lighting. I'm gonna take a quick sip of this before we zoom in. So let's see how this goes. Shake her up. Ooh. It's like a little actual dropper situation, it seems like. I don't know why this is so interesting to me. Okay. This color looks pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do is my typical where I take it on my finger, kind of dot it all over, and then the butt of the blender on the back and just kind of blend it out. I do enjoy that they came out with a light to medium coverage product because I'm not a full coverage person right now. And I feel like that's kind of the trend going around for like everybody, that nobody's really doing full coverage, but I'm glad, you know? I feel like the sponge probably definitely soaked up a lot of it, but I can't really see it like on the bum because it's dirty. So I can't tell like how much it soaked up. But now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And by same thing, I mean not the same thing at all. I'm gonna do a few drops here. I'm gonna take my blending brush, priming the brush, and I'm just gonna start on my cheeks and kind of work it around. See how I feel about that kind of coverage. I do have my CoverGirl concealer that I'm gonna put on today, which is full coverage, so that kind of like evens out the fact. Yeah, I'm just not a brush person for foundation. It's just not my thing. But we're gonna try our best here. I wish I was a brush person for foundation because wetting a sponge sometimes is just like more work than I'm willing to put in, but fortunately it's just not my thing. Also, these poor pimples are just so prominent right now. He's flipped his bed over and just playing on the bottom of it, which is that like yucky sound you hear with his claws. Such a goofball. So I feel like it definitely sits better on my skin on the sponge side just because it kind of presses it in. Let's see if I can get that same effect. Like I can just see it on top on this side without it. Which is something that always happens. Like I don't know how people enjoy brushes for their foundation. Okay, now we're gonna try to build it because it says light to medium, so I feel like you can add more. So I put a little bit more on my cheeks where I have some more redness and a little bit more coverage is needed, and then I also added a little bit more to my forehead, which I might regret because my forehead is my problem area, so I don't know why I did that. Okay, now I'm just gonna push everything in with me. warm them up a little bit. And then push everything in. Okay. This is what we're looking like so far. I am going to jump off. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. I'll come back and we will talk about what I think about the foundation. I'm going to try to not set my forehead and see how I feel about it. I typically have to with foundation, even the L'Oreal Pro Glow, which is my favorite, because that is where I get a lot of sinking into my fine lines on my forehead, my little emoting lines there. So I'm going to try to not set it and see how I feel about it, see if it sinks at all. It's very thin. It is like a hair tacky, but I also feel like my skin always feels tacky because I have lotion on it all the time because of the fact that I'm so dry. So like that's not a super strange and unusual feeling, and this also tends to not like fully dry down. So it might not even be the foundation, it might just be that. Cause like here doesn't feel tacky. Okay, I'm gonna jump off and do the rest of my face and I'll come right back and we'll chat. I'm back. So I haven't set my face with my setting spray and I'm gonna have to go in with powder on my forehead because, let's take a gander, I'll get up close. So you can see all of the product sinking into my lines. Like that is very obviously the foundation. And typically I don't have that issue. I do have some like stuff on my finger that I probably shouldn't be touching my forehead. I don't have that issue with just concealer, so that is definitely from the foundation, and that's fine. Things always sink into my lines. I'm just gonna show you what I do to kind of solve it. So I'm just gonna kind of pull my skin taut and tap it out. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't do this so I wouldn't have to set, but if I use the L'Oreal Pro Glow, I always set my foundation because it will sink in. So if I don't set it, it just doesn't if I do set it. So that's just kind of what I was going for, is just to see what I needed to do with this product. So great, I tapped out all the lines. Now I have, I'm just so clumsy. I have my Maybelline Fit Me. I just like sprayed powder all over the place. So I've tapped my sponge into it. I'm gonna take the palm of my hand, work the powder in, and then I'm gonna go in and push it into my lines. Disregard sounds. I'm not the only one home. Just an FYI if you're hearing things that are confusing. So I tapped it in. While I'm here, I'm just gonna tap into my smile lines a little bit. I went with like a green lower lash line today because of my shirt, which if you can't see, it has like these cutie pie little green leaves. I thought it'd be cute. So if you're wondering why I went with green on my face, that is why. I wanted to kind of match my clothing. So all nighter. Okay, so it is currently 9:08. I will show you so you know that I'm not lying to you. I have so many work emails going on. 9:08. So it's 9:08. We are going to check back in maybe around like lunchtime. I'll do a really quick check, and then at the end of the day as well. So if you want to see how this beautiful Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint works, let me know. Stick around, whatever. So far, I think it looks like, I don't know, it's like nothing special. Well, I take that back. I take that back. It does look nice. I don't want to say that it doesn't look special. I do have a little bit of excess product here that I didn't blend super well. I just haven't been wearing foundation for so long that it's weird for me to have foundation on my skin. Like I have only been wearing concealer in spots with my blending brush for probably 3 months now, so it's a little strange to me to have foundation on my skin. As far as the foundation goes, I think it looks nice. It was very evening. I feel like it's definitely not accentuating any pores. I feel like something happened over here. Why do I have like a line on my face? I don't know. I do wish that I had a hair more coverage. Like if I'm gonna wear foundation, I kind of would like it to at least cover something, just because I don't wear it all the time. It's not like I wear it every day, and I'm comfortable with doing concealer every day. So it is a little weird to me to have a foundation that has such light coverage. It built a little bit. I feel like it didn't build enough. I did have to put more concealer on my cheeks to kind of make that redness go away, but we'll see. So I'll check back in a few. For you, 2 seconds. I love you all. See you then. So I decided to give you a check outside because I feel like that was definitely missing the like natural light. I was wearing my glasses, so my nose area might be rough, but that's what we got going on so far. I feel like it looks pretty good. It's not like the worst foundation I've ever worn, and I feel like if I was going to wear foundation every day, I would want to wear something like this, but I just don't wear foundation every day. I did prefer it without using my like blendy brush thing. I wonder if like a dense brush would be better, and I should try it with my fingers, but I'm like really scared because I hate the way it feels. But that's where we're at so far. It is currently 12:28. I'm gonna go eat lunch. Here's a check-in. Hi, it is 4:39, and I just hopped in the car. I have to go get my daughter, but I want to give you a little update on our skin. I feel like, and let me check in this awful mirror that makes you hate yourself. Like if you look super close, you can see it like breaking up a little bit, but not any more than like my normal concealer or normal foundation would. You can really see those bumps I got going on and the pimples on my forehead. But it looks more skin-like than I'd say other foundations do. And I mean, I'm looking like I'm not flawless, and that's fine because that's what you expect with a foundation that's light to medium coverage. And day to day, I'm just wearing concealer, so it's not like I'm bothered by the look of my skin. So I don't mind that. I do wish that there's a little bit more coverage on my cheeks. I think that I can just solve that with concealer. My current concealer is like running out, so I don't have like a ton on the applicator when I go to swipe it on, but it's not too bad. You can see my mascara is transferring because it always does. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now at about what? I put it on at 8:30, so 4:30, that's 8 hours. Could be worse, but also could be better. So we'll check in again at the end of the day when I'm about to edit this video. I promise that one will definitely be in front of studio lights, but 2 natural light check-ins for you. Also, I thought of this earlier. It has not sunk into my lines on my forehead at all since I said it, so that's great. That makes me really like it. I do want to try it with my fingers. Maybe I'll do that in the like Sephora haul try-on video, first impression video, just because I feel like maybe I'd get more coverage and maybe I'd like it. I hate the way it feels when whatever. I'll try it. We'll see what we think. So that's where we're at. It's 8:12 and I have coffee, so. I feel like the afternoon coffee people are like, you're just here for fun. You're not here for necessity, so we're gonna put extra mocha in it. And that's a delight. Kind of forgot why we were here. I put it back in a little box and put it in the bag so I could do my little haul video that I'm gonna put on my Instagram stories. Skin tint. Also, heads up, I got something in my eyeball. It's probably a dog hair. I'm allergic to dog hair, so a little swollen, a little red. Hi. It is 8:13 p.m. so this has been on for approximately 12 hours, which is a great wear test because that's typically how long, if not longer, that I'm wearing my makeup. Let me get a gander. I don't know how like detailed my check-ins were. I haven't watched them back. I know my lunchtime one was like super short and not very good, and the one in the car I think was okay. But so one thing I mentioned in my check-in in the car is that once I set the foundation on my forehead, no creasing. There's also no creasing on my smile lines, which doesn't even happen with the L'Oreal Pro Glow, so that is awesome. As far as how it looks on my skin, I can still see it. Like there is spots around here that I'm looking at. And then there's even like a big patch right here that's a little funky. I think that's from my concealer. I'm like trying to force it on my pimples, so this section isn't really relevant. There is like a hair of it sunken into like this one middle line, but like it's gonna happen to anyone, okay? It's not just me. I feel like I look exhausted. I think it's just the makeup under my eyes. No, I just have dark circles right now. Like it feels like you have nothing on your face. Oh, and one thing I also want to mention, I've already cleaned them off, but because I need to remember to clean them every day because I'm getting pimples, but the website said it was a transfer resistant formula. I don't think it's 100%. I don't think it's 100% transfer resistant, but the transfer onto my glasses was minimal. And day to day, I'm wearing concealer in that exact location around here, and there's a ton of transfer on these. So the fact that the transfer was that minimal in comparison is awesome. So I do think the transfer resistant claim is pretty accurate. It probably would have been even better if I had set this area with powder, and then I probably would have gotten like almost nothing on my glasses, but I wanted to make that note because I didn't talk about it in any of my check-ins during the day, so I just wanted to bring it up. So that's really cool to not lose the foundation around your glasses line. Big issue, really hard to deal with. It's like the dry patches and the eczema patches are not as noticeable as they would be with other foundations, which is also really nice. So yes, if you look really close, it is clinging to those spots, but like not that bad. Do I think it's my best foundation? No, I don't think anything could really top the L'Oreal Pro Glow, but the difference is that the Pro Glow and the Eaze drop, which I just heard somebody on a video call this the Easy drop, and now I'm regretting and second guessing everything I've said in this entire video, so sorry. But the Easy drop and the L'Oreal Pro Glow are just very different purposes. Like this is a light to medium coverage everyday tint, blurring tint, whereas the L'Oreal Pro Glow is a medium to full coverage like foundation. Like you're going for the glam on that one. So I think for the purpose of this, I really enjoy it. If I were to use foundation every single day, which I don't, I think I would really enjoy this. I do think this is a great product. I think that the light to medium coverage is a great everyday solution. I do think that it does blur simply because like on this whole section right here, I don't even see pores. And yes, I use the Tatcha liquid silk canvas, but that doesn't even make my pores disappear. But my pores are like nearly gone right now. So I do think it does the blurring, like I said, which makes sense because dimethicone is the second ingredient, which is like a silicone base that is in a lot of pore filling primers. So there's that. Anyways, I think it's a great foundation. I think it's fun. It's new. It's different. I've definitely never tried anything like this, and the blurring skin tint kind of thing, like that's super cool. I feel like Fenty is one of those brands that always has interesting, intriguing, like makes you feel like you have to try it just to see what it's about kind of products, and I really enjoy that. So I'm glad I picked it up. I think I'm going to continue to use it. I'm going to do another video probably next week where I'm trying like a first impressions on all the haul items, and I will include this there as well. Maybe I'll use it with my fingers that day. Don't hold me to it. Maybe I'll use my fingers, or I'll use like a more dense buffing brush or something to make it a little bit better. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, although it was a little chaotic and not all put together, but I hope you enjoyed my little wear test and review on this Fenty Easy drop of blurring skin tint. Once again, I have the shade 2, in case you're wondering. It's like the lightest neutral shade. But I'm gonna go. Feel free to follow me on my other socials. Instagram at CaitlinJolene_makeup, which is where I post the most often. If you're not seeing a video every week here, I guarantee I'm posting something over there. So if you want to keep up to date with me, I'd go to at CaitlinJolene_makeup on Instagram. I also have a TikTok, which is the same handle, at CaitlinJolene_makeup. I was posting really consistently on there, and then like my life kind of fell apart, so like I stopped posting on there, but like I'd like to again. So if you follow me, that'll make me feel like I should post. So maybe you should do that. Other than that, on here on YouTube, we do videos every Friday at 5 p.m. and I think that's it. So I can't wait to see you all next week where we try